So what do you guys think about the title? What was your initial thoughts?
So I thought of like symbolism of what a raven could represent. So usually ravens like associated with death and loss. And like I know in some stories.
Or a crow, because I don't remember.
I think it was interchangeably.
Yeah, because they're both like black birds. So it's like, and then in a lot of stories like ravens are like they talk for the dead sometimes. Does that make sense?
Oh,
Like
yeah.
the bridge between the living and the dead. So that's kind of like what I thought first.
I was thinking of that, and also like I don't know, witches just sometimes have. Witches are ravens. I'm pretty sure witches have ravens as a familiar. It's like magic underworld stuff.
I had no initial thought because they were already talking in class, and I haven't read that one yet.
Oh, okay.
So all I said was the raven could be a symbol of death and disease.
Okay. What do you say?
I already.
I just thought it has a symbol of negative impact.
Yeah.
You have braces?
Don't shame her.
I have braces.
I know. I'm just kidding.
Alright, let's move on.
Okay.
I said I think it had something to do with death, darkness, or like a dead loved one. Because I thought of like the Lorax and how there's like a bunch of dead birds. And then I also thought of there's like this really old movie. Well, it's not that old. It's from like 1980 something about all these birds that like attack these people. And they're like, yeah.
Alright. So, I want to look at the first stanza.
Yes.
I felt so bad for him because I was reading it and I was like, let him go to sleep.
I don't feel bad for him. Like I mean, I didn't really know who he was first, so it was like. Well, I knew who he was, but I didn't feel bad for that speaker because I don't know who the speaker is. Like, you feel
okay.
bad.
But like in general, if you're asleep, you wake up and just. For what?
I was kind of thinking of like the start of a horror movie.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because, you know, we don't know what's on the other side of that door.
Yeah.
He's over here.
Who
We're
cares?
gonna
He's
assume
fast
he's
asleep.
asleep. But hear me out. If he's not, all we hear is that he's weak and weird. There's nothing that introduces him, like his own characterization, until we get to like the last chunk of stanzas.
Yeah.
So I was like, what's wrong with this man? Why is he being mad? If someone knocking at his door, it could be an emergency.
Yeah.
So I was like, he's kind of lame right now.
But like immediately reading it, it's a sad tone already. You're like
that's
trapped, so like jury, weak and weary. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then like it kind of characterizes the speaker as like someone who dreams and like because he's bored and he's like deep in thought and he's like drifting off. So you're like I immediately thought, okay, this guy's probably lonely. He's alone in his own room, like volume of forgotten lore and everything. Yeah, and then someone knocks at the door.
I see what you're saying. That makes sense. Anything?
I don't have anything until Thursday.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Alright, we can continue on then. This is a mini shift right here.
Where?
Going to the second stanza.
Okay.
I believe that it was going back to like some kind of memory about someone is dead.
Like a flashback.
Yeah, a flashback. I was gonna assume that maybe it's his lover or something,
That's what I thought.
or you know, maybe a mother, some type of someone very close to him. Because I don't think he would have put a name in there and repeat the name twice in one stanza if it wasn't that important.
Yeah, it's definitely.
He just needed a name to rhyme with whatever this was. Nevermore?
Lenore?
Yeah, Lenore, Nevermore.
Oh,
He just needed a name to fill in.
I mean, I don't think a poet would do that. But
I mean,
it's a valid excuse, but I don't think that's.
And like he's trying. Oh, sorry.
Hey, I'm listening.
But he's trying to like forget about the death of Lenore by like reading books. So he's like drowning his sorrows in like literature instead.
Like, I'm not saying that it's not a close
Oh,
relative, but like,
no.
it could have been a close relative, but that relative's name just didn't match, so we changed it to something.
I don't think the poem's about.
I don't think it's about a relative. I think it's like a
Or like a
past
lover,
lover.
it just didn't
That's what I
match,
was
so we changed it.
And I think it's about his like past lover because he describes her as rare and a radiant maiden whom the angel like I feel like he wouldn't describe that about his mom.
Yeah.
He wouldn't say that of his mom.
Yeah, I think we're just going off those two stanzas. I didn't know what to expect.
Yeah.
I think most of like poets themselves, they don't write about a family member unless they actually put that as family member.
Right.
That's a little, sometimes it can be a little weird.
Yeah, he said radiant maiden.
That's also true.
Yeah.
Way
This
back
is
when,
romantic poetry.
Mm-hmm.
that too.
Right there.
You said you had something, Annika?
Yeah, for the third stanza.
Yeah.
I said the swaying of the purple curtains are being like metaphorically compared to ghosts because they use like kind of like drifty words like dreary, wary. Feels like you can hear them like swaying back and forth, kind of like a ghost would. You know what I mean?
I kind of just saw the room as like his emotions, cause like purple's a dark color and can like represent fear and stuff like that. I was thinking of the movie Inside Out and how the purple guy is the guy that's fear. So I was like, okay, purple. I associate that with fear and like, and he even says like filled me with fantastic terrors never felt before. And then that's kind of what I thought. And he's just kind of nervous and he's trying to comfort himself by telling himself that it's just this one thing. It's like. Nothing more. Yeah.
Going back into my characterization point, and my thought here is like, why would he be per se nervous or like scared that someone's at his door at this time of night? I can understand, but that must maybe mean that it's not a close knit community, as you said, maybe he's lonely. So why is someone knocking at his door without any reason or any plausible reason that was never stated in the stanzas before about him?
Makes sense.
Anything else?
Okay. Fourth one.
That one, I still want to go back to my horror movie point.
Okay.
Those last two lines, horror movie, all in all. The first time you open the door, no one's there. Second time, you're dead. Alright, I was
Yeah, no, that thing's already inside.
and he was already over here nervous and everything. Like, it just gets more increasingly nervous as you go through like each of the stanzas
Yeah, so that's
until
what.
you get to that point.
Yeah, I don't feel like anxious about it. It feels kind of like the haunting's just already there. Like it's already low energy, and then this comes up. And it's like it's still low energy, but it's like.
But I don't know
So
what that
the thing itself.
Wait.
But
So from the beginning, he's like tired of this. So like something's already happened to make him like this. So it's low energy. Like he doesn't want to get up. He doesn't. Like this introduces something to give him energy to leave him to get up from where he is. So like I'm thinking the haunting's already there. This Lenore's death affected him.
Yes.
So it was already
Oh,
just
no.
low energy.
no doubt, I think that her death definitely did affect. Like I said, her name would have never been in there if it didn't have some sort of impact to his life.
So I felt like what you were saying is it's a normal day and then this
Oh.
is turning into a horror movie.
No,
just
I don't know what happened during the day. All I know now is that it's night and that he's freaked out.
Yeah, and I'm not. Okay, so like he talks to the person before he even opens the door, so that I think that shows like he's sorry and like he's actually really nervous. He doesn't know who's behind the door, so he doesn't want to make them mad. that it took him so long to open the door.
Charlotte or Madeline?
Yeah, I don't
And
think
then yeah.
he's not saying anything that would make the other person across the door mad. So I think it shows some sincerity and that he has some decorum, even though he seems a little
Off.
different.
Yeah.
He just moved his imagination.
I thought it was
That's
like,
I think that could be more
He
like
could just be going crazy.
I think that could be more for the Lord stances. If you want to ask that question at the end.
Well, I didn't read that part.
But he's kind of just like trying to calm himself down so that he actually opens the door.
so should we go back to go to the next sentence?
Yeah.
You're shorter than that.
Oh yeah, I said there was a shift here.
No, she's taller.
That doesn't mean I can.
No,
Yeah,
I'm
she's
just
taller.
imagining a tiny person with a bigger person.
She's like 6 foot, almost.
For real.
She is.
Bro, I can flip his hat from here. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Okay. Alright. Anyways. Should we go to the next stanza?
But yeah, alliteration already.
Where you at?
Yeah, definitely alliteration.
Are you
Oh.
doubting, dreaming,
Look, I
dreaming?
got
Burden
you.
board.
Derek,
There's alliteration.
I can read.
and yeah, his mind is like racing. He doesn't know what was behind the door and he's confused.
I still think he's kind of confused. I don't think there's nothing too much except her name again.
And it's weird how he thought it was her. Like,
Yeah.
immediately he thought it was her.
Right, I was gonna say the question, like, why do you think he was a human? Like, it could be,
Well, she's dead, so.
Yeah, she's dead. Like he said he was
I think
she was dead.
because he's like,
he's hoping
reminiscing-
she's there.
Yeah,
But she
he's depressed, he misses
Yeah,
her,
the
he's
denial
reminiscing.
stage.
Yeah, we know.
Huh?
You know what?
Did you say he or she?
She.
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah, we know that. We know that. We just said she's dead.
But then I was kind of freaked out because like a whisper said living on.
Oh, I thought that was him.
Yeah, the sun was.
Oh wait.
An echo
Oh,
murmured
wow.
back the word. So I was like, oh.
Now
I was like, now I want to know what it is. But then
that makes sense. I was just thinking that he was in the big room. There was like a lot.
echo, yeah.
But I could see how it could be.
I
the
was
other
picturing this
person.
like outside.
Like he walked out into the.
Like he walked outside in the dark and then he yells her name and then something like,
Oh no. Yeah.
Maybe
yeah.
his own voice, I think. From the whole.
no, I remember it back. Well, maybe, I don't know.
That makes sense though, because I mean, as like, of course we're not that far on, but the raven was talking back. Yes, it only said one word, but that's still the potential to say more words.
Maybe he doesn't know more words.
And then there's just repetition because like almost every stanza he said, well, every stanza he says nothing more. So it's just him convincing himself that everything is fine. It's not a big
And
deal.
he's not fine.
Yeah.
He's clearly not fine. He's very depressed and broken. And
Why do you want to diagnose someone with depression so bad? It's not even like one word reading. You'll be like, oh, that person in real life, that hoodie, makes them look depressed.
Anything else? for you?
No.
Okay, we can move on.
Okay, we can move on.
Oh,
I
sorry.
just kept going back and forth. Okay. For this one,
wait, where are we at?
Back into the chamber turn.
Okay, that's what I thought. Okay.
I still think it's really the same thing. There's nothing more to say than just yet.
Yeah, he's still
Not yet.
convincing himself not what's going on.
Okay, next one.
I was wondering if you had something.
And so now he's taking action.
Yeah, now he finds out that the bird's there. Which takes a long time.
Well, yeah. I think it was that suspense that was building up.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
Please.
But there's an illusion in here, perched upon a bust of, I don't know how to pronounce it.
Palace? Wait, yeah, Palace.
Oh, that's it. What is that?
That's probably the gods ones.
Oh yeah.
I'll look it up.
No,
It's like
Once is
Athena?
like a
It's one of the
kind of
war
shoulders.
ones. It's one of the
Yeah,
war ones.
like the,
statue.
It's
yeah.
either Athena or the Guy Gorgon.
I
It's
like
one of
how
those
y'all
two.
still know what y'all talking about.
Batman.
Oh. So what did he?
A woman, sorry.
That's a woman.
Oh, so what did she do? I know about that.
I think it's strategy, god of strategy. Athena? Is it Athena?
Athena's the goddess of war.
Yeah, but strategy.
Oh my gosh, I really still spelled it wrong. It's so embarrassing.
Yeah, Palace Athena. That's
Oh,
her full
It
name.
was
Battle.
Battle on Warcraft. So how do y'all think the illusion?
Where's
was
that?
It's like a battle between himself
Yeah.
and his brain. I don't know.
Yes, man.
That's smart.
Like if somebody's in it, it's just him.
But I think that was relating to the Raven, not.
But I'm
Yeah, but
pretty
she
sure the Raven
perches
is
on
him.
top of a
Oh,
god.
okay. That I
The
get what you're
raven is
saying.
perched on a god who is a
Statue.
war.
And the Raven represents his grief.
Mm-hmm.
That
Yep.
okay. I got you. I appreciate that. All right. Is there anything else y'all had? 'Cause I
Not
appreciate
really.
it. All right. You got something? Okay. All right. We can go to the next stanza. I just more or less have a development about this next few.
Yeah, these next few, I feel like there is a shift between 9 and 10 stanzas. Because he goes from being curious, and he's like, oh, what's the bird here for? Why is its name Nevermore? And then he just starts freaking out about like what it means and that it's some kind of demon. And,
I thought it was interesting that when he first saw the bird, he started smiling,
Mm-hmm.
even though he was sad. So I don't know what it means, but I thought it was weird because like he was really depressed and sad, and then all of a sudden this Raven like makes him smile.
I
It's like
like
something. Yeah.
they're looking for what's it called, the matrix. It's like, oh, matrix come to my door.
Yeah, nature's come to visit me.
Yeah, that like with the romantic poets and how their thought of nature and it was a nice and beautiful thing, like the Puritans. And also like you were saying, like he was like how he was lonely, or can we characterize as being lonely, that could correlate with each other in order to make it seem like he's finding comfort, that there's something by his side now instead of the dead woman.
Yeah. And I said the Raven represents his sadness, so like his grief. And because its name is Nevermore, the speaker is never gonna have Lenore in his life, ever. And it's kind of saying like, this grief will be with you forever.
Yeah.
I feel
Wait,
like
did we
it's
just
telling
skip
him to
this?
stop grieving.
Oh, no.
I was still another. Yeah, I'm probably wrong.
I was just kind of going back and forth between all these stanzas.
Right.
Because
There's so many.
they're kind of all this. I would
They
classify
kind of
them
mirror
into.
themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think this is like really where the story is plotting here. Because it's the same thing, but increasingly he gets more frustrated because there isn't one exact answer that he can get from this.
Yeah, it's not the answer he wants.
Yeah. I mean, it's the answer he's gonna get. Now, what he chooses to do with that, be mad about it.
Insanity is doing the same thing over and over again,
Yeah.
expecting different results.
I kind of wondered, like, is the Raven really there? Or is it like a figment of his imagination?
Yeah, that's interesting. I don't know. And then we kind of learn a little more about the speaker because he talks about how his friends have left him before.
This guy does a lot with paranoia, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
maybe-
So like he's scared that the Raven's gonna leave him just like his friends did, but then he gets
Yep.
upset at the Raven when it doesn't leave.
I'm gonna go down to where it says the first word is prophet.
Oh, yes. Yes, let's
Because
talk
we
about
kind of just.
I'll talk about that too, yeah.
Alright, we can go and start.
So when it talks about temptation, that's an allusion to the Bible because demons are thought of being like temptress, like they like tempt humans into doing things they're not supposed to be doing. So I thought about it like that. Like that's why he's alluding it to like the devil, because the devil's like tempting people to do things they're not supposed to be doing. But tempest also means storm, so.
Oh.
I was gonna use the word prophet in that first one, as I had said. Prophet is something great, but then he calls him evil.
Mm-hmm.
So, like a great, because usually prophet is something good, something that's kind of a good thing.
Can you be interchangeable?
Because I see it as like just seer, like he's just attributing it to something,
Somebody
like a foreshadowing,
that tells
like
a
birds.
prophecy.
Yeah.
That's what a prophet is.
Yeah,
But because he doesn't like
So-
it's evil.
because
Right.
birds are often like, you see the birds, you know, weather changing, death is coming, something like that. So it's like, okay, this is a warning. What are you warning me of? Is so thing of evil. This like, because these birds we said earlier reminded us of like birds foreshadowing death.
Mhm.
It's like the thing of evil. Evil is he next? What's going on? Who died other than his Lenore?
Okay, so then I guess my question is, why would he repeat the first line in both of those stanzas, even though they're, and then describe two different things?
They do describe two things, but they don't.
Prophet,
I
thing of
think-
evil,
I don't know.
prophet still, if bird or devil.
I think it's more like because a bird doesn't answer him, he only says one word, he has to repeat himself.
He doesn't
to get
know
the point
if
across.
it's good or bad. He doesn't like it.
Oh yeah, bird, yeah.
Yeah, I can see that. Because I mean,
Whether tempter stuff or whether tempest toss.
It's like, are you a demon or are you an angel? 'Cause
yeah,
you
because
give them
that
a-
first
Are you,
stanza
are
was
you
more
just a
about
lost bird?
Are you a lost bird or are you like something else?
No, you could see it. Because that first stanza, like, after, was describing, like, you said, like, the tempter, or, like, more the devil kind of aspect of the verse, because he isn't answering the question,
Right.
and he isn't doing what the man wants him to do.
Right.
But then, the second one is, did God send you here because you're Lenore, because you're an angel, like,
Yeah.
where's my babe?
Right. for
And he
real.
wants to see her even if it's in another world. So it just shows his desperation.
He's done that. Look at me.
He's like hoping this is like her angel form.
Yeah.
He's like, I don't know, you could be evil because you're not giving me any answers.
You know, maybe you go, what the hell?
Oh,
I just think like really upset.
You said her angel.
I know that. That's valid. I just wasn't expecting that. I don't know what I was expecting. What?
But then he gets like really upset at the bird because it doesn't answer his question how he wants it to be
Mhm.
answered. So he starts yelling at it to go back where it came from. And then
Does he ever actually move? I kind of forgot.
He goes to the door and then he opens the window, and I think that's it for his movie.
Yeah.
and then this is when like the speaker realizes this grief is gonna be with him forever. There's nothing he can do to change it.
Right.
And so he wants to Raven to leave him alone so that he can not confront this grief, so he can live like he was before, lonely and like trying to forget about it.
After reading this, I reread this like 3 times, and like the whole time I was rereading, I was like trying to figure out how this, like the bust was actually above the door. But it's still, it's a weird thing.
The bus?
Yeah,
The
the bust
statue.
on the pallid bust of Pallas just above my chamber. I was trying to
might not
figure.
be like a big.
It's not a big deal, but it's the like I was like, what? How
No, it
is
might
the,
not be like.
I was thinking like, you know those gargoyle, like
Yeah,
the stones?
yeah,
That's what I
that's
was thinking.
but like
He just like holds it like candle holders right on the door.
That sounds
yeah, but
so
like
cool.
that is flat, but that's modern. So is it?
But a bust isn't
Yeah,
fun.
man, they got
Yeah,
that.
but
Yes.
It's
Like,
a
do you
sticky-
give your door as a special balcony? This is so odd topic.
Yeah, but
But I can't stop thinking about it.
I think the scenery of the room is a good idea to go in with the
It's like I had
thing.
my brain did everything, and then it got to the bust on the door, and I was like,
Yeah.
would the dust not fall when you open the door? Yeah. But it's like, it's a book.
Wasn't it just, actually, I don't remember. But yeah, do you guys want to say the things?
You mentioned it earlier.
I did?
Yeah, you said
You
it
were right.
corresponds with the
What
penis.
do I have?
No.
I did?
I don't know.
What? Nah, cause I really don't know. I do think, did I say that? I don't remember saying
You
that.
said something about reading.
I'll just go ahead and
Grandma
read
did
it.
it.
Eh? What?
Grandma did the benches kicking.
Oh, okay. So my theme was, the process of death is hard for death itself and the living. I feel like the raven was like a symbol of death, and maybe could have possibly been representing Leonard's death and trying to tell him to go ahead and move on. Which obviously, why would something that's dead try to come back? It's because the living itself is hurt. Like as I said, we characterize it. He's lonely. He's sad. I don't want to clinically diagnose him, but you know, and everyone's just processes that in a different way.
Right.
Zach was saying that maybe the raven itself wasn't. You said it earlier.
So what? The Raven was what?
Oh my
His
gosh.
imagination?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah.
Something
Also, thinking about it, instead of saying for the nevermore part, you were saying like it's grief.
Yeah.
He'll have these. I was thinking maybe it's more of a like he'll never see Lenore again, so get over with it. You'll never see her again. Get over with the
She
grief.
said,
Yeah, and like live
And
your
get
life.
done. Yeah.
That's kind of what my theme was. I said, if you let grief control your life, you'll never be happy. You need to let go of things and realize you need to confront your emotions to live a fulfilling life. Yeah, okay. Anything else?
I said the thing was let go of the past and learn from it, then move on instead of like dwelling on it and being stuck in the past.
Yeah.
Any small things
What,
that wanna
what did you guys think like the word nevermore like meant? Like what do you think of that word of all words was like repeated?
Because it means that he will never get to see her again. Never more. So like never forever.
I thought it was like he can never seem to let go of her, or like,
Yeah.
he needs to think of her like nevermore. Like he needs to stop.
Yeah. Okay, I think.